Velocity TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing out of turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked off of turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
And your source for esports racing is live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Full Velocity Racing Network, live tonight inside the Volusia Speedway Park. The Southern Shootout 75, presented by Heartland Harley Davidson, and it is coming to you live via Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch TV. Hello, everybody. Phil LaCasse here, along my broadcast partner. Well, not my partner, I would say, but at the controls for us tonight will be Jack Truin, the Phil and Jack Attack, and we'll have some special guests sprinkled in throughout the part of the night here as we get ready to rock and roll. Southern Shootout 75, presented by Heartland Harley Davidson. Thank those guys so much for coming on. An awesome event being put on by the Southern Dirt Racing Series, and we are so thrilled to be here tonight. Got to thank those guys at Heartland Harley Davidson a lot. Also got to thank great sponsors like Milner Media and Designs, Heartland Harley Davidson again, Brunson Motorsports, and also Midwest Simulations, the great sponsors that come on aboard this one, and we are so thrilled that they put Full Velocity on the call for this one tonight. A great event, 45 cars here, $550 purse, $200 going to go to the race winner, racing for some cash tonight on a really good stoked Monday night version of the Full Velocity Racing Network. Heat race number 1 about to go onto the racetrack. Milner Media going to sponsor our 5 heat races tonight, where the top 4 will go into the main event. So let's take you through our first Voiles Trucking starting the lineup of the night. On the pole aboard car number 711. That's going to be Terry Joyner on the outside aboard car number 77. Now, y'all going to give me a second here. Something they threw at me here tonight I don't think anybody prepared for was nicknames. And I am not, I have a sheet, and I'm going to study this all night long. That is Alan Davis, Bud Jr. out there rolling up on the outside of the front row. Derek Fetkenhauer, D-Fed, rolls off position number 3 with Mr. Excitement. Barrett Bishop, he will roll off 4th. Sawyer Swiatek rolls off 5th, and the number 67 with the number 51. Big Smooth, the number 51. I have fair who Big Smooth is, I believe. That was Jacob Satter. Yeah, Jacob Lassiter's aboard the Big Smooth number 51. Thriller aboard the number 8. Let's see if we can't find that real quick. We'll find out who Thriller is. Voodoo Child. Well, that is our buddy Eric Eichstadt, who likes the nickname Voodoo Child here tonight, so we'll go with it. And rolling off shotgun on the 9 car field is David Blackburn aboard car number 16. So we are going to do the best we can. Nicknames, I know a lot of these guys have been studying a lot. I don't know, but it is going to be an insane night for me out here, the voice of the Full Velocity Racing Network. But going to be joined here in a little bit. I believe we're going to have old Tubbs. Charlie Milner is going to join us here when he's out there racing. He's going to join us there via Discord. So we're going to go back and forth a little bit here tonight. And also when he's available to us here this evening, when he's not out there on the racetrack, will be our buddy, the Big Monkey, aboard car number 97. Rocky Batfield, he's going to be out there on the screen tonight as Ice Fighter. Ice Fighter, buddy, how the heck are you?
Oh, I'm doing great, Phil. How you doing, buddy?
I am locked and loaded, ready to go. I've been excited for this one for a couple of weeks when they contacted us, and I am just happy to get this one going on. iRacing I flag, green flag going up in the air for the first time tonight, and right away is going to be Terry Jordan going to lead us down into turn number 1 and 2 with 77. He's going to try to come out on the outside of that one. He's going to be under screen. His junior bug gets Alan Martin there in the 77, I believe. So we're going to fight with that one all night long. I got a feeling the race is going to be there for third. You got Fedkenhauer there, the 926, Mr. Excitement, Barrett Bishop. Good 3-car race over there for the race lead. Don't call it 4 cars now, Rocky, up turn 2.
Yeah, we got a good 3-wide battle going back here with, I couldn't even tell you who these guys are right now.
No, it's crazy. Yeah, I wasn't prepared for nicknames. I don't think anybody was prepared for nicknames. And even the guys out here tonight, Mr. Lassiter, he's like, I am so sorry about this. And we're going to have some fun here tonight. It's going to put me at the edge of my seat, going to make me stay on my game all night long. But we can see Joyner out there leading. Here comes Barrett Bishop, 926 car. He's going to peek down to the inside. The good news is, Rocky, I covered a lot of these guys night after night, so I'm pretty familiar already with nicknames and car schemes and whatever. It's going to be the unknowns out there, like Allen out there, that number 77. Guys like that I'm not too familiar with. That's going to be the one that throws me for a loop all night.
Yeah, I don't envy you tonight. I mean, it's hard enough when everybody's using the real name, but when nicknames come in, oh, good luck to you.
Oh, man, I've been thrown to the wolves here tonight. I'm telling you what. But it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really happy to come over and do this for these guys. Is good race going on up there for the race lead. Good 3-car battle. Joyner holding on for the time being. You got Mr. Excitement there. It's Barrett Bishop, the number 926, going to ride along in position number 2. Single file for the first 4 there. That's where they need to be. Fedkenhauer in for third. Sir Switek, the number 67, he is rallied up to the 4th spot. They got a gap there back on that blue number 8. I am still fidgeting through the sheet, Rocky. The 8-car, that is Thriller. I'm going to throw it to you. I am going to find who Thriller is.
The only 8 I know is Austin Miners, and that's not his
Nope.
car, so I'm not sure. I do know this track's already starting to migrate to the top a little bit. It's instead of running the very bottom, they're running the middle.
And you were talking earlier to me about how the racetrack conditions are going to change over the course of the night. You said the track state was going to revert back to heat races, but we're going to see a carryover for the entire night, are we not?
Yeah, they actually are going to do a reset for the warm-up right before the feature. But with this track, it's going to get real slick, and you're going to be able to run all over the place. Personally, I think Volusia is the best track for these cars.
We are going to have so much fun with this one here tonight. We're already 2 to go this time off of turn number 3 and 4. Good run for the 7-11 of Terry Joyner out front, holding off one of the best, Barrett Bishop, right behind. Down off into turns number 3 and 4. Bishop going to run it up high. Fedkenhauer going to stay there, tucked right back in line. Switek in there for the 4th spot off of turn number 4. White flag going to go in the air. One more trip around for Terry Joyner. You got to imagine here, 45 cars in the field. A top 4 position here in one of these 5 heats is going to be a premium spot to be in. As we go over to turn number 3, Bishop going to take a look to the outside lane. It's Joyner having a little bit of discussion with the aliens. Maybe had contact there. 3 wide down to the line. Barrett Bishop's going to pick up the win in heat race number 1. Second will go to Terry Joyner. Fedkenhauer will get 3rd. Sawyer Switek in for 4th. Thriller is going to finish up 5th. The Voodoo Child, Eric Eichstadt, he'll finish up 6th. David Blackbird for 7th. Jacob Lassiter in for 8th. Junior Bug, Allen there for 9th. And that's going to run our 9-car field over here. Want to say hello to you guys once again via Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch TV. It's going to be really hard for me to monitor all you guys. Oh, wait a minute. We're not finished yet. We're going 12 laps.
Yeah, we got 12 laps, guys.
We got 12 laps. Somebody wake me the heck up. I'm ready to roll over into heat race number 2. I thought that was a race for the win. What am I thinking out here? Now that one's over. That was a checkered flag. Bishop's going to win. Switek for 2nd. Fedkenhauer 3rd. Joyner 4th. You see, you throw me the nicknames. I've got all this information here. I got to give Jacob all the credit in the world and Tubbs for all the logos out here tonight. But, man, the nicknames, Rocky, they have just thrown me for a complete loop. And I am going to fumble around these things probably the first half of this show. And we're going to have to study real hard during the anthem here a little bit later on for the main event because I am a fish out of water.
Yeah, I kept clicking on my iRacing just to see if I was live or not. I was thinking maybe I was a lap or 2 behind you, but I think it was you.
It might have been me. You're right. I was, whatever reason, I'm programming my head for 10 for heats and not for 12. So that was a good little throw right there. But we're going to head on here. Midland Media Heat Race number 2. Voiles Trucking starting lineup going to look like this on the pole with car number 18. That is Kyle Surratt. And alongside the Iceman aboard the 02, that is Daniel Stifler. In row number 2, the number 04, that is Fast Frank Gonzalez. The number 12 alongside is Michael Gernert. The number 76 to roll off next, that is Carl Bogle with the number 45, Country, rolling off there in position number 6. We have the Carolina Outlaw. That's Josh Peacock rolling off into number 7. He's at the 61. And the coach, Zachary DeLong, rolling off aboard car number 93, rolling off 8th. And shotgun on the field aboard car number 1. That is going to be Alex Brewer. So we had a good 9-car field here. Going to be 9 cars through the night. That is Travis Montgomery, Buchanan, Virginia, aboard car number 45. That is Country. I've got names, sponsors, and stuff, and I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to get through these things so quick here this evening. They've got me thrown all sorts of sideways. I'm going to do the best I can, and I'm glad I'm going to have guys like Rocky. I know Tubbs going to join me here a little bit. I feel like I've been completely I feel naked. I feel completely naked.
Oh, Phil, I do not need that visual right now.
I'm going to give it to you, and I'm going to make you carry that thing all the way out there, all the way into your heat race, which I'm not even sure. Are you in heat 3 or 4?
I'm in heat 3.
You're in heat 3.
6th. Yeah.
All right, well,
this is a loaded heat race. I mean, you're real top.
It really
here
is.
With Surratt and Stifler at the front, and then at the back you got Peacock and Brewer, who has just been on fire here lately.
He really has, and yeah, you got a lot of good bullets. This one definitely off turn number 4. I race the guy flag, green flag going up in the air. We go speeding off into turn number 1 and 2. 71 to the outside. That's Stifler. He's going to try to make a bit to the bottom. Cuts off the nose of Fast Frank Gonzalez down there. Kyle Surratt, he's going to be the guy in the catbird seat. He's going to lead the field off of turn number 4 to complete lap 1.
Yeah, Surratt, he just won the DWR championship last night, and he's one of the best there is in these street stocks right now.
He absolutely is. That guy doing a whale of a job. The Bulletproof Motorsports car number 18. But, look at this good race going on for the second spot. Stifler to the inside, trying to make it work. Michael Gernert in the number 12 car. Mike having a good run up high. They're door-to-door for second. I look back here. They're door-to-door for the final transfer spot as well. A battle between Frank Gonzalez and Country. It's Travis Montgomery. That's for that 4th and very coveted final transfer.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's going to be real important to finish top 4 in your heat race here, because you do not want to go through one of these B features.
I'll tell you what, I'm watching at number 61, the Carolina Outlaw, Josh Peacock, rolling on the outside. They're going to give me some new nicknames out here to carry over tonight. Everybody seems to have one tagged to them. I have them all on the screen. I have it all little spreadsheet over here. I was all ready to go tonight. We got drivers out there. I give you some new nicknames, and now they throw at me nicknames, and I got to figure out who the real guys are. That backwards, but hey, what the heck? We're 4 laps in here. We hit back to the start-finish line. Surratt leading Grenett. Got Stifler there running in the 3rd spot. Travis Montgomery holding on for 4th. Country number 45. You look back to this 4-car, the 4D of Frank Gonzalez, and he's got his hands full because Peacock's number 61, he has made a drop beeline down to the low side. You look right behind. You got Zachary DeLong, the coach there, the number 93. That's some pretty good shoes racing, but there's only one spot to have. It's the 45 right in front of these 2 side-by-side that are in it.
Yeah, Frank's coming back. He got passed by 2 or 3 cars here after a rough start. He's making his way back up and giving Peacock all he can handle right now.
He certainly is. Frank Gonzalez, Stratford, Oklahoma, Team Mud Duck Racing, Hanover Record Service, Jerky Dudes Machine, doing a hell of a job there on the inside now. Peacock, as they work their way, they switched lanes there, running for 5th, off into turn number 3. Little race going on up here for the 2nd spot, as it's been the duration of this one. Between Grenert and number 12, Stifler's number 71 car down to the low side. The Iceman having a good run, but at the line, looks like give that one to Mike's number 12 car. So Grenert going to roll up to that 2nd spot in the lead by 5 car lengths. That is Kyle Surratt, a place that he is very familiar with. He runs really good here at Volusia. And as we complete lap number 8, 2/3 the way home, Kyle Surratt, he's the catbird seat right now out there in the lead.
Yeah, Stifler tried that bottom, and I think he's getting through the corners a little better, but that outside groove, it's just getting that run down the straightaway, and he had to pull back in line.
Certainly did. I am looking back here, Rocky, and I see this race, that final transfer becoming a really good one. Travis Montgomery, the 45, he is under pressure because here comes the outlaw, the 61. Mr. Peacock has that thing rolling. Thought he was going to take a look down to the low side through 1 and 2, but 61 not getting through the corner nearly as good as I thought he would. He's going to have to drift it back up high and regroup, but he was really getting through 3 and 4 really good. He pulls back to the 45, but doesn't have the run I thought he was going to have off that time.
I'll tell you another car I expected to be running a little better right now is this Alex Brewer, and I think he's back in about 8th right now. And boy, that's not somewhere you want to start way back in a B feature.
Oh, he is going to have his work cut out for him if he's going to go back there into one of those 2 consolation races. As we come off turn number 4, we got white flag up in the air. One more trip around the half-mile Braylton or Barberville, Florida, Volusia Speedway Park, where Kyle Surratt going to lead the field. Grenert going to lead him off in a turn number 2 there. In turn number 3, I should say. That's the race for second. Stiffer going to make one more line off low. Can Peacock make it around Montgomery? The answer going to be no as Surratt takes down the win in heat race number 2. Michael Grenert going to finish up second. Stifler going to get third. Travis Montgomery, he is going to be the 4th and final transfer spot in this one. Josh Peacock, Frank Gonzalez, Zach DeLong, Alex Brewer, Carl Mogul. Those guys all going off into consolation rounds. We're 2 in here tonight, 3 coming up next. But first, we're going to let Rocky go out there. We appreciate him stopping in. He's going to be in and out here all night long, and appreciate him. I know Tubbs is going to try to join us as well, but it's going to be hard to follow as we do our broadcasting over here in TeamSpeak. They're over in Discord this evening. We'll do our post race over there, of course, this evening. We can talk to all these guys. We've got to thank our great sponsors once again. We want to thank Hanover Record Service, iRacing iFlag, Voiles Trucking, BladeNo.com, CCM Customs, South Texas Speedway, Montstar Productions, TDR Racing League, Hard Motorsports, Trash Panda Graphics, Evo One Graphics, Eichstadt Wraps, Full Throttle with the Gent over on YouTube as we get ready to rock and roll for heat race number 3 on the pole. The number 311, the big Texan, is Justin Holt, and alongside the number 122 is Brandon Culp. On the out, row number 2, we find the number 53, Big Chadwick Rigby, in the J train aboard car number 42. We'll find the J train here in a second here on my sheet. It's not correlated in order. Brandon Richards rolls off in the 5th spot tonight aboard car number 11. That is B. Rich. The Ice Fighter, Rocky Batfield, rolls off on the outside of row 3 in number 97. The number 78, Steven Radunes, he rolls off in 7th with Greg Atwood. He flanks the 4th row in car number 101. And shotgun on the field aboard car number 24. That is going to be Caleb Ramsey, with Caleb out there in his normal 13. So 9 drivers go out at 12 more laps around it. I'm going to make the jump here, Jack. Let's give you some direction. I'm going to head over to Discord here for a second. No Tubbs over there. We'll see if we get Charlie's insight here in heat race number 3. Number 3, going to lean on a different button than I normally do to talk here, but hey, that's all right. We got Tubbs up here with us. iRacing guy flag, green flag coming up in the air. Justin Holt, the big Texan, going to lead the field off in a turn number 1 and 2. Good run. Look at that run off the outside. Chad Rigby, number 53, he's down to the inside. Look at Brandon Culp. He makes a run to the outside. Tubbs, you have been on the racetrack here this evening. What have you felt in your race car? What do you think we can expect here the rest of this night? 2 heat races have been fantastic so far.
Man, I think this thing's going to slick off pretty quick. It was just worn out in hot laps, but it went back 10% for the heat races, and I'm in the last one, so it's probably going to be slick for me.
Oh, man, you're going to have a work cut out for you for sure as we work off turn number 4. Justin Holt going to complete lap number 2, the big Texan with the race lead. The 2nd spot going to belong to Rigby in that number 53 holding on, but by the skin of his teeth. Because here comes the 11 of Braden Richards. I believe at the 11 to the inside. That's B. Rich there. Brandon Culp, the 122. He has dropped back to that final transfer spot. Brandon Culp, the number 122. So we look back there. We see the Ice Fighter, Rocky Batfield. Caleb Ramsey's made his way from 9th to 6th. So you're going to think, and I wonder how you're going to feel, Tubbs, starting in this field as well. What is it going to be like stress-wise for these guys to have to come to the back and try to make their way up front in a very loaded crowd here tonight? 45 really good drivers.
Man, it's going to be tough for sure.
It is going to be a lot of fun to watch. We work our way off of turn number 4. Look at this little race going on over here. You got Richards, trying to break his way ahead. You got Culp's 190 or 122. 53 of Rigby get really loose. You got Batfield and Ramsey going at it. Rigby got really sideways. He loses track position. Battenfield and Ramsey going to go on by. Put Caleb up to the 4th spot. Justin Holt up front of the 311, man. He has found some room up there, and he is just driving away. He don't want to be back there in all this muck right now, Charlie. I tell you what.
No, that's for sure. I mean, I don't know what happened at the first right there. It looked like they got bottled up from second back and just took off.
Certainly did. And Justin Holt going to lead the field off of turn number 2. Braden Richards, B. Rich there in that 2nd spot. Culp in for 3rd. You go back to 4th now. It is Caleb Ramsey who sits in that all-important transfer spot off of turn number 4. We're halfway home already. We're going to put 7 laps of 12 on the board. I'm back here watching this race.
Man, Ramsey, Rigby, and Battenfield, they're all putting on a great show right now.
Yeah, absolutely. As I lost my button here for a second there. They're side by side down there in 3 and 4. They are really getting after it, but now that's positioning for the 5th spot there. They stay side by side. Ramsey able to break back ahead. This is going to be tough sledding here. These last 3 laps, Rocky going to have to do all he can do on the top side. Chad is down low. How are these cars reacting right now the way this racetrack is?
Man, it don't let them have any grip on the bottom. Looks like it's all middle to top.
Looking like that's kind of how it's going to be right now as we complete lap number 9. Justin Holt, he is just up there driven away. It is well over 1 second down the back chute into turn number 3. 1.483 than of a last time around. They're racing now for second. I thought Richards was going to have this one comfortably, but hey, you know what? Culp says, I want to take a peek down to the low side of number 122. He falls back in line. Ramsey right there. He is still in that 4th spot, but he may come under fire. Battenfield and Rigby, they're having a hell of a race between themselves, but if Caleb checks up, those 2 guys ready to pounce, and only one of those 3 guys can transfer in.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting here coming to 1 to go. I mean,
yeah. White flag up in the air. One more trip around. Culp gets really loose through 1 and 2, and the 122 slides up the hill. Ramsey going to make his way by. Can he hold on into 3 and 4? Rigby making a big shot at it. I think he may have hit the inside wall off the corner. Heat race win goes to Justin. Second. Yep. Man, that was awesome. Holt going to take the win. Richards in for second. Third going to go to Caleb Ramsey, and Brandon Culp going to grab that final transfer, Tubbs. Man, that was awesome. That was.
Yeah, it looked like Rigby had found some speed down there on the bottom because he got up and passed Rocky, but just didn't have enough time.
Absolutely right. Well, I may have to lean on you here for a little bit on this one because we go to heat race number 4. And this one we got a couple of nicknames here I'm going to have to fiddle on through. I know on the pole, Dandy Dan Guerin aboard car number 88, and alongside the number 28, the Harmon Field Hustler aboard 28. Bailey Hip. I knew the name, but I couldn't get the car out there. Bailey Hip, the number 28 on the outside pole. The Hot Shoe rolls off inside row number 2. I believe that is Justin Pruitt out there in the 07. With Blackjack in the number 99 machine, I believe that is Brandon Weatherford, the Blackjack from Paducah, Kentucky, on the outside of row 2. It is Turbo. Greg Turberville rolling off in position number 5 with the smooth-talking Wes Wiggin, the number 188. He rolls off on the outside of row 3. You got me on that one last night. I think I'm out and right. Rolling off 7th, although I don't believe he's making laps out there. The 37 is listed as admin. I don't think he's out there racing. I don't think. I do see Josh Ely in the number 09 and Screaming Stephen Moore aboard car number 73. Going to round out our 8 or 9 car field. I don't see the 37 out there unless I'm completely. I think the admin in the server, I think he's actually the one throwing the yellow flags out there tonight, I believe.
Yeah, big shout out to that guy. He does a lot for our league, and he shows up every night and makes all the calls and makes it a lot easier on everybody.
I see that's Eric, and I got to thank Eric for his contributions here tonight, getting this great lead together as we get ready to rock and roll for heat race number 3. Dandy Dan Guerin, Bailey Hip, Justin Pruitt, Brandon Weatherford, Greg Turberville, Wes Wiggins, Josh Ely, Screaming Stephen Moore. 8 cars out there. Only the top 5 can transfer. Getting better with these nicknames already. I tell you,
it's the top 4.
top 4 into the main event. You're right, 4 of 8. So we're going to take half of these drivers in. Man, I got to tell you what, as we get ready to go green flag racing, if you're in a top 4 spot right now, if you can hold on to it through your heat, how much of a big sigh of relief are you bringing?
Oh, for sure. We're only taking 3 from the two consies. So, I mean, it's going to be tough.
It's going to be real tough as I race a guy flag. Green flag goes to the air. Milner Media, heat race number 3 rolls off to the green flag, and right away off of turn number 2, look at Turnerville down to the inside. Is that Wigan up there in the lead? Where the heck the front row go? I don't know if I lost that. That's Dan Garrett up front in the 88. I got that all messed up already. Pruitt in there for 3rd. Weatherford, that's all Blackjack, the number 99. He rolls up 4th, and he's going to hold on to the outside for the time being. Now a big move down low. 3-car race for the lead off of 2.
Yeah, those guys are battling hard up there. Going to make it 3 wide, coming into 3 down here. Oh, maybe not.
It's close, and they were almost 3 wide back there for about 6 on back. What a cool picture it is around here, Volusia Speedway Park here tonight. What better racetrack can you pick for the Southern Shootout 75 presented by Heartland Harley-Davidson? I think Volusia was a perfect match for this racetrack with the street stocks out here this evening.
Oh, for sure. Rocky nailed it on the head. This is probably one of the better tracks for these cars. This one in Knoxville, it's just wide, and you can run just about anywhere once the tracks looks.
And it's going to be a lot of fun to watch up here is right now. Pretty tame up front where Turnerville is holding on, but for the time being by the skin of his teeth. You got Blackjack Brandon Weatherford in there. He rolls in position number 2. That is the 88 Dandy Dan Garrett. He rides 4th. Justin Pruitt, he is stuck somehow around him. Pruitt up to 3rd, but Dan's going to look to the low side. Here comes Stephen Moore. 3-car race for 3rd down the back straightaway.
Stephen Moore throwing on the bottom down there, trying to find some of that speed that Rigby had earlier.
Sure did, and you saw a couple of teammates out there earlier with likes of Peacock and the rest of the Bulletproof gang that are out here in a big way here tonight as they race.
Contact right there.
Yeah, we do. A little bit of contact, and I believe we're staying green as we stay 3 wide over there in turns number 3 and 4. Justin Pruitt, he's going to be on the short end of that one as he's dropped from 4th all the way back to about 7th back there as he's got a free fall through the field going on. Not sure if it's an issue with that race car. Bailey Hip's going to lead aboard car number 28. It's 28 up for another 20. Bailey Hip going to lead over Blackjack Screaming. Stephen Danny Dan.
There. Looks like Tuberville and Wigan got into it.
Yeah, they sure did. And they're around over there. Green flag staying out on the racetrack. Now working on lap number 8. It is Bailey Hip up front. I believe there's a 28 on the side of that car. Is like zooming really close to it. Doing a great job. You got Blackjack there in position number 2. We look back here for 3rd, and this is where the fun is really starting to happen back here. You look, you got Screaming Stephen Moore, and then you got that final transfer between Dan Guerin and Josh Ely. Josh, a pretty good shoe. A guy like him running in P5, you're going to think Dan may be feeling a little panic right now, heading off into turn number 3.
Yeah, I've raced with both of them guys a couple seasons ago, and they were always up front for sure. So, man, it's a tough field. Everybody's like, oh, heats 1 and 2 were stacked, but dude, honestly, these are all stacked heat races, man.
They really are. 45 really super talented drivers here tonight in Barberville, Florida, as we work off turn number 4. Bailey Hip holding on to the lead, but look at Blackjack. He's going to take a look down to the bottom off of turn number 1 and 2. 99 car driving really deep to the corner. Can he get the launch off of turn number 2? We're coming to 1 to go. White flag up in the air. One more trip around for the driver of car number 28, Bailey Hip, doing one heck of a job out there tonight. And you got that good run for 2nd. Welliver. Now here comes Stephen Moore. 3-way race for the win. Ely has made his way into that 4th and final transfer. We're in 3 and 4 for the final time. Moore going to take a shot down there. They're all bouncing off each other. Who's it going to be at the line? Holy smokes. It is going to be Stephen Moore in for the win. Blackjack in for 2nd. 3rd is going to be... 3rd goes to Joshua Ely. Bailey Hip from the lead back to 4th. The good news is he stays in that transfer spot. Fifth, going to go to Danny Dan Guerin. Justin Pruitt for sixth. Greg Turnerville, he'll finish up 7. And Wes Wiggin, he'll make up the 8-car field here for heat race number 4. We'll transition back over the home base for TeamSpeak for heat race number 5, presented by Miller. All right, as we get back over here to home base, back over in TeamSpeak, where we do a lot of our main broadcasting from. Rocky Batfield back up here in the booth, coming fresh off the racetrack. How you feeling after that run?
Not great. Didn't make the A, but should have a good starting spot in the B, so should be okay.
All right, well, we'll have to keep an eye on that as you got some work to do, partner, but we get ready to rock and roll. Milner Media heat race number 5. We'll take you through the Voiles Trucking starting lineup on the pole, number 75. That is Cole Suckow, and alongside in the number 71, the Bulldog Justin Turner. In run number 2, the 319, that is Dab David Brewer, and that is old Tubbs, Charlie Milner out there aboard car number 138. He starts on the outside of row 2. It is Jason Hooker. He starts off next aboard car number 46. The evil one, Jim Revis, aboard car number 21. He rolls off on the outside of row 3. In row number 4, the Flash aboard car number 00. That is Michael Whitlock, and aboard the number 3. That is Bad Fast Doug Betts aboard car number 3, and rolling shotgun on this field. Car 010, Brunson Motorsports machine, Casey Brunson. Casey going to have to come from deep in the field, 9th, 12 laps to do it. We know Casey's a hell of a race car driver, but 9th in a field like this, Rocky, wow, that's going to be a chore right there. He's got some work ahead.
Yeah, I know. And my heat, Caleb Ramsey, he come from 9th and ended up 3rd. He had a real good car. The 75, Cole Suckow, is that Tyson Pancow?
No, it says Cole Suckow on my screen from Crisco, Iowa. Aboard the Team Elite Sniper Speed Rhino Metal car number 75. Cole Suckow leading the field off the corner now into turn number 2, and right away we get a battle going on. The Bulldog on the number 71. Turner going to make his way down to the inside. That's back there for 3rd. The 71 is who's out there to lead. That is a 319, David Brewer. Oh, Dab, he's going to take the lead to the corner. Jason Hooker's up to 3rd, and Jim Revis. Where did Jim come from? The 21's already up to 4th, and he may look for more over in turn 3.
Hey, Jim put it 3 wide in 3 and 4 and ended up getting around both cars in 1 and 2 there. He's doing a great job right now, and he's looking at 2nd.
He really is. He is just motoring on through the field right now as the number 21 down to the low side of a Suckow machine, number 75, as he's going to make his way down the back, shooting at turn number 3. It is Dab David Brewer. He leads, but we're still 2 wide for 2nd. We're 3 wide for the transfer spot, Rocky, through 3 and 4. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I tell you what, this track right now, it's really opened up where the top and the bottoms really come in good. And you can even run the middle right now and be competitive.
He really can. And look at Casey Brunson down to the inside in that number 010 machine. He goes 3 wide. He may split this one here off the bottom lane. We stay 3 wide for that 4th spot. But Casey Brunson said it can be done from 9th. And he's going to squeeze it in. Casey Brunson now up to 4th. Amazing run for him early.
Yeah, Casey's probably going to take off from these 2, and he's going to set his sights on the 75 car up in front of him.
He certainly is. A hell of a run out there for Casey. The number 010 machine, the 10 up ahead. 75 up ahead. That is Cole Suckow. We look back here. We find the Bulldog, the number 71. Jason Hooker's number 46. The Flash, Michael Whitlock. We know Mike really well aboard the number 00. We expect Mike to come up through the field here shortly on. But we look over in turn number 3 and 4. Jim Revis is cut down into that lead of that number 319 of David Brewer. We know Brewer's not no slouch either. He leads one of the best in Jim Revis, and Jim's going to make him run to the low side. We're going to race for the lead off turn 2.
Yeah, Jim's been really, really hot here lately. I think he won that race at USA the other week. One of the closest finishes in you guys' history, and yeah, he's been really, really good here as of late.
He really has. I look back here to this race for this 4th and final transfer. Cole Suckow's number 75 has his hands full with Mike Whitlock in the number 00. And looking around this field, we got the Jason Hooker machine, the 46. He rides in position. It was at 4th, 5th, and I look off the corner, looking through the dust. He's in the dust cloud there, running in the 4th spot. So the Bulldog, he was up in the top 4. He has slipped back to 6th. And so, and the look up front here, Suckow's over 75. He has dropped from inside the top two. 75 has dropped all the way back to the 9th or 8th position. He's having an issue. Tubbs out there, the 138. Oh, Charlie, he's dropped back to 9th. That's a guy who was hoping to have a good run in his heat. He's going to have a little bit more left on his plate. He looks like he's poised to go off to one of these Bs.
Revis is really fighting hard for the lead right now, and that's allowing Casey Brunson. He's really running that low line well, and he's right up to their bumper right now.
Yeah, but he's running out of time.
Damage.
Yeah, he's got 2 to go at the line, does Casey Brunson. But look at the way he has shot off at turn number 4. I can't believe the run he got down the chute there as we exit turn number 2. I thought Jim was going to take a shot at Brewer, but now Casey going to fire to the inside. He can't come from 9th to the lead, Kenny. Of course he can. He's Casey Brunson, for Christ's sake. He comes off turn number 4. That is dang right. That guy is a shoe. I will tell you what. We work through turns number 1 and 2 now on the white flag. Can David Brewer hold on? Jim Revis and Casey Brunson, 3 of the very best out there we see week after week over at DWR. They are throwing on a show here tonight for the Southern Shootout 75 Southern Dirt Racing Series. Off turn number 4, checkered flag going to go in the air. Give David Brewer all dab the race win. Jim Revis will finish up second. Casey Brunson for third. The Flash, Michael Whitlock, going to grab that final transfer spot. Jason Hooker going to go off with a Looks like the 3 old bat fast. Doug Bett's going to go off into the B main. The Bulldog as well. Cole Suckow. So we've got some work to do as we got a first of what are going to be 2 B mains on the docket. And let's see if I get back through.
I guess I better get down to the car, huh?
Well, I think, yeah, you're being paid for the race car. We have Midwest Simulations to thank here. They are going to sponsor our 2 consolation events. Midwest Simulations coming on aboard for this one. Thank those guys a lot as we get ready to go for B main number 1 or Katsu number 1 or whatever the heck you want to call it. It looks like C main on the screen, but it is definitely not that, and it is going to be the top 5 drivers, or 3 drivers, top 3 drivers off into the main event. So let's take you through the field here real quick on the pole. Number 8 of Thriller. I have not found Thriller. Oh, there he is. That is Tyler Jackson, the Thriller, from Rockford, Illinois, the Jax EDM NC Resource Machine. He is going to take the pole. The Ice Fighter, Rocky Batfield. He'll start on the outside of number 1, Jason Hooker. In the number 46, the number 04 of Frank Gonzalez rolling off on the outside of row number 2. The hot shoe, Justin Pruitt, flanked by the number 16 of David Blackburn. Steven Radunes rolls off next aboard car number 78, the 71 car. It's Jacob Turner aboard car number 71. Justin Turner, the 71, mind you there. That is apologize for that there. Whatever I hit on my button there didn't work, but we get ready to go racing here for 15 laps around. You also got Country out there, the number 45, Travis Montgomery, Josh Ely. Oh, that's not right. Hold on. What happened to my screen over here? I hit a wrong button and I lost all my translation. There we go. Let's get back over to this screen. That's where we want to be. Steer Dunes, the Bulldogs back there, the number 71, the number 1 of Alex Brewer. You got Smooth Talking West Wigan back there, the number 77 also, Junior Bug, and the J Train aboard car number 42. Going to make up our 12 cars here, 15 laps around. Top 3 are going to make it in here as we get ready to go racing. As we go on, I flag, green flag already up in the air. Whatever I hit there really screwed me up. I ended up somehow in the race car. I don't know how I did that, but I ended up in the race car. I don't want to be in a race car here tonight because we got racing on the racetrack. We're already wrecking down off in turn number 1 there, the 8 car. Tyler Jackson going to lead the field as we're going to throw a yellow here on this one. First yellow flag of the evening coming out in the Midwest Simulations, B main number 1. Yellow, yellow, yellow. The number 46 car going around. That is Jason Hooker. He got into the back of the 4D of Frank Gonzalez. Sends Frank around. The 46 Jason Hooker going around, mind you, over there. It's not the black car. The white and green car, the 46 goes around over there in turn number 1 and 2. I apologize there as I lost everything there for a brief second here, but thank Midwest Simulations, first hit of a record service yellow flag of the night. And our first BladeNode.com full velocity instant replay. Jack Truman doing an awesome job down here this evening. I really thank you guys a lot for coming on aboard tonight through Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch TV. I've been trying really hard with these guys. I've been trying to keep it. I see Ray Jackson out there. I see Justin Pruitt, Zachary DeLong out there. I'm really glad you guys are out there watching. Not able to monitor you guys as close as I would like to this evening, and that's because we've got the nicknames out here, and usually I would be out there with all engaged with you fellas and what's going on, but unfortunately I'm out here trying to decode and give you guys some great sponsor representations of great guys in the race cars, give you a little background on the drivers, and really appreciate the gang over here. Southern Dirt Racing Series. Want to make sure I get that right. Southern Dirt Racing Series here. Southern Shootout 75 brought to you by Heartland Harley Davidson as we work under the yellow flag here in B May number 1, 15 laps. Going to be the distance. Got a thing, Tyler Jackson out there, the race lead aboard the number 8 car, Rocky Batfield, Justin Pruitt, Frank Gonzalez. Running out 4th, David Blackburn, Steven Redunes. The 77 of Allen out there, the number 77, just trying to fiddle through my sheet over here. The Bulldog, the number 71, rolling in off an 8th, Alex Brewer. Wes Wiggin and the J Train back there, the number 42. He's going to lead end the lead lap there. He currently runs 11th. The 46 is Jason Hooker. The field over in turn number 3 and 4. We're going to go green this time. iRacing, I flag, green flag going up in the air. We go back to it on lap number 6. And we got our buddy Rocky Batfield there. He rides his second. Jackson's number 8. Tyler leads them down off in new turn number 3. Pruitt riding in that third and final transfer at this very moment. Now Pruitt going to take a look to the inside aboard the number 07. Going to take a shot at Rocky Batfield down low. Rocky's going to be on the edge of his seat here trying to make his way in. A couple of really good shoes behind him as well with the 16 of David Blackburn. The number 4 of Frank Gonzalez. He is down to the low side. They're too wide for second. They're too wide for fourth. But that fourth place battle currently sitting on the outside looking in off of turn number 4. Tyler Jackson going to continue to lead aboard that number 8 car now. 7 laps of 15 complete. So just about halfway home. Pruitt going to try to do the best he can. Hot shoe aboard car number 07. Justin Pruitt. Batfield fighting back up high. David Blackburn, he is trying to wrestle his spot away from Gonzalez. He gets to the side of Pruitt, and now Blackburn going to interject himself up to the top 3 and maybe a shot at second. As he takes a look down to the inside of Rocky Batfield off of turn number 2, so that's racing for second. Can Pruitt regroup? Here comes Frank Gonzalez in that number 4. He's going to take a peek down to the low side through 3 and 4. A little bit of block there by Pruitt. These guys racing for a purse of $550 here tonight. $200 to the race winner. We'll break down here the whole looks of how this purse will be played out here in a little bit. We'll talk about what they're all going to see. 24 cars. We'll start our main event, but it is Tyler Jackson over in turns number 3 and 4. He is going to lead to complete lap number 10. Rocky Batfield, the Ice Fighter, holding on for all he can right now in the outside lane. Justin Pruitt is David Blackburn, the number 16. He has come from the mid-pack. He is running up there in position number 2. And he may have a thought to take to the low side of the 8 car. Tyler slamming the door shut through turns number 3 and 4 as Pruitt and Batfield, 2 of the best out there going at it for this final transfer. Thought Rocky was going to look up high. He's going to look low off turn number 2. Pruitt and saw, man, that was some good rubbing his racing right there. I look back and I see the likes of, I believe that would be Alex Brewer back there. Aboard car number 1, him and Frank Gonzalez having a good race back there. Steven Redunes, Wes Wygand also on the outside looking in. But, man, how about this run for the number 8 car? That blue machine of Tyler Jackson, who this time off of turn number 4 is green, Jack's telling me. It is green. Oh, it's green. It's turquoise. Okay. Well, split difference. Aqua. Blue-green. Depending on how the light hits it, it looks. We are at 2 laps to go. For car number 8, Tyler Jackson. Pruitt now, he looks to the low side of David Blackburn. He is taking care of Battenfield for the time being. Can Battenfield follow around if Pruitt? Can Pruitt make the run on Blackburn? We're going to find out off of turn number 4. We have white flag up in the air. One more trip around for the driver of car number 8. Tyler Jackson doing a hell of a job out there. holding on for the time being. But look at this race back here for second on this final lap. Only the top three will get in as they're door-to-door into turns number 3 and 4 for the final time. Give the 8 car of Jackson the race win, the Thriller. He puts on a show for us there in B-Main. Number 1, Pruitt going to round out at the second spot. David Blackburn going to hold on by the skin of its teeth to make the A-Main. Rocky Batfield going to be the first of those drivers on the outside looking in, along with Alex Brewer, Frank Gonzalez, Wes Wygan, Stu Radunes, Junior Bug, the Bulldog, J-Train, Jason Hooker. Those drivers all going to exit stage left because 45 cars on the field here tonight. Only the top 24 get in the main event. We have 21 of them out there. We're going to put 3 more in B-Main number 2, presented by Midwest Simulations. And we find on the pole a very familiar face aboard car number 61, the Carolina Outlaw, Josh Peacock, going to roll away from the pole alongside in car number 88. That is Dandy Dan Guerin. In row number 2, the number 13 or number 12, it's going to be on the side of the race car, the Voodoo Child. That is Eric Eichstadt. And alongside the number 53, Bad Chad Rigby. The number 3 rolls off next. Bad Fast Doug Betts aboard car number 3. Doug from Lakeland, Florida, the F. Betts Trucking Bad Fast Street Racing Machine. Alongside aboard car number 93, that is Zachary DeLong. Greg Turmerville rolls off 7th. He is in car number 20. And Big Smooth aboard car number 51. I believe that is Jacob Lassiter there in the 51. Big Smooth. Greg Atwood rolls off next. He is in car number 101. Cole Suckow going to round out row number 5. He is in car number 75. We have Carl Bogle and Tubbs. Charlie Miller going to roll off 12th in B-Main number 2. So Charlie's got work to do. My 2 broadcast colleagues will really going to have a hard time to make this thing in the main event here tonight. Is I think Rocky going to be able to join us here, Rocky. Unfortunately, the first car not going to make the show. I believe you're going to be in line for the Hard Charger Award here tonight. We'll talk a lot about that before we get feature racing. But it was some tough sledding out there. I was rooting for you, but I guess you get the chair next to me the rest of the night if you want it.
Yeah, I'd rather be sitting here anyway than racing for money.
One of the rare guys that agree with me on that one, and I really do, and I know these great races out there for the cash prizes, that's all great and dandy, but I like going out here and racing for the spirit of racing, and I think money can bring the ugly side out of people sometimes, but hey, these guys having a great night so far. Been a lot of classy racing. It's been a lot of hard racing. We've seen guys take, driving a little bit over-aggressive, and I think that may be a product of this, what we're doing here tonight. The Southern Shootout 75, presented by Heartland Harley-Davidson. There's some cash on the line to make the A-Main, Rocky, but we got 3 more to make it. iRacing, I flag, green flag going up in the air.
Yeah, we got a little contact going on in the back here with the 75 car and the house. I think it's the house car for the series we're running.
Could be over there, absolutely. Off turn number 2, there was some issues over there, but we look over in turn number 3, and for turn number 1 and 2, Josh Peacock going to lead Eric Eichstadt. He has found his way to the second spot aboard the 12. That drama is back there for that third and final spot. You just came out of that hornet's nest. Shag Rigby and Dan Guerin. That's a hell of a race back there for third off turn 4.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was only the top 3, or I might have pushed it a little harder right there. That was my fault for not looking, but yeah, you fourth place sucks.
Fourth place sucks, as Rocky would say. Guy that knows. I'm really glad that he's out here to join me the rest of the night, because I was going to sweat this one out. The names, the sponsors. Want to make sure I get everybody out there tonight. Peacock going to lead the field off turn number 2. Eric Eichstadt, a couple of good buddies there running in the top 2. You got Dandy Dan Guerin back for third, and he's put away Chad Rigby for the time being. We look back here in a good battle between Betts Bad Fast at number 3. You got the 07 of Turnerville back, or the 07, not the 07. Who was that car back there? The 93 and DeLong, he's back there as well. We got Turnerville's number 20 in the mix. Those are guys racing 5th on back. They're nowhere near the 4th place car, but they're running the heck out of this place.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just me, but is Eric Eichstadt one of the fan favorites? I mean, I don't know if anyone else does. I want him to be able to change his nickname.
Well, we've coined him Electric Eric. And that's because we held them to it. He's got to win a race at DWR to get rid of that name. But just for the sake of him being on the screens of Voodoo Child for one night, I'm sure Mindy is going to be really happy about that. Mindy, hope you're doing well. Hope up on the good side. I know the flowers are coming, hon. I hope we get there soon. But Eric doing a good job. The Voodoo Child aboard car number 12 rides in that second spot following Peacock. Dan Guerin's got that third spot right now. But Mr. Rigby, the number 53, Chad is starting to fight back. And we may have a race for that third spot on our hands by the time we exit 4 this time.
Yeah, Rigby's, he lost the spot to him and kind of fell back, and he figured it out. And he's got back to his bumper, and we've got about 5 laps to go. So it's going to be a fun last 5 laps.
We got 8 laps remaining, and I did the same thing in the heat races, and it's all good because I'm programmed to B mains being like 10 to 12 laps. So this one's 15. The heats were 12 laps. Hey, what the heck? It's a good night. Let's extend these things out a little bit. Peacock leading over Eichstadt, completing now lap number 8. So we are halfway home in our final transfer race of the night. Midwest Simulations coming aboard. Thank those guys a lot. Peacock and Eichstadt, they're going to start racing for the lead. I thought this race for third may start happening, and Rigby going to drive it deep into 3 and 4. Guerin keeping that car glued down low. Where is this racetrack preferring these race cars right now?
Right now, it looks like it's starting to spread out. I think the bottom's a little quicker still. But, I mean, right now, we got a heck of a race for the lead. Eric's trying the top side to see what he can do there.
Sure is. Eric doing a good job making a run through the corner. Eric Eichstadt making a run on Josh Peacock. How many guys passed Josh Peacock in the outside lane? Eric going to look to be one of them. We're 2 to go on the speedway. Or 5 to go. I did it. My turn. 11 on the board. 11 of 15.
You did what I did. I looked up, and they have 12 minutes for the race or 15 laps. And I looked at 12 minutes.
It's all right. I'm glad you're here because it's going to allow me to take a break here and take a sip real quick. Because we're going to burn it out for you tonight here. The start of what's going to be a busy week at the network. Man, this is going to be a fun one to call. Was Eichstadt and Peacock. That is a great race for the race lead down in turn number 3 and 4. As that's not where the drama should be. As we look back here for this final transfer, Rigby to the outside of Guerin. I don't know where to keep my eyes on the cameras fastened because they're side by side for the lead. They're side by side for the transfer into Long the 93. That's a 3-car race for that transfer spot.
Yeah, DeLong's just looking for a line to run right now. He's kind of in a bad spot where they're too wide in front of him and there's nowhere to go. Oh, a lot of contact there.
Oh, there really was. Rigby got sent up the hill through turns number 3 and 4, and that may be what the 88 of Guerin may have needed, but he slips up the racetrack. Rigby going to take a look back to the inside as this time in turns number 3 and 4. I think it's safe to say this time, Rocky, we're coming to the white flag.
Yeah, Eichstadt's got the lead up there, and I'm telling you, in 3 and 4, watch and see if Chad don't pay back the favor right here.
We'll have to wait and see. Man.
DeLong got into him.
Oh, he sure did, and that's too bad for Mr. Rigby over there off of turn number 2. But we're in 3 and 4 for the final time. A checker flag going to go in the air, and B main number 2 is going to go to the Voodoo Child. Eric Eichstadt aboard car number 12, taking down the win. Josh Peacock, the Carolina Outlaw, finishing up second. Third going to go to Dandy Dan Guerin. The coach, Zachary DeLong, he's going to be the outside looking in, as well as Turbo, Greg Turville. Betts of the number 3 car, Bad Fast, Big Smooth, Mr. Lassiter, the 51, Greg Atwood of the 101, Cole Suckow, and Tubbs, Charlie Milner, Chad Rigby. Those drivers all going to be out the door here tonight, but we're going to get ready to go for what is going to be an amazing 75-lap main event, the Southern Shootout, presented by Harley Davidson. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to pay homage to this great country, United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, the playing of our national anthem. All right, back here live at the Volusia Speedway Park, Full Velocity Racing Network, Southern Shootout 75, presented by Heartland Harley-Davidson, Southern Dirt Racing Series, putting on this awesome main event. Hope you guys are enjoying the show this evening via Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch TV. Phil LaCash, Jack Truan, Rocky Batfield alongside Bill Tubbs, Charlie Miller are going to join me here in a little bit as well. We'll jump home in Discord here with a mid-race support if we can, or we'll jump over under yellow. But a great event here tonight. Got to thank all the great sponsors putting this great event on. We're fortunate to thank Heartland Harley-Davidson, the title sponsor, Milner Media and Designs, Brunson Motorsports, and Midwest Simulations. So appreciate those guys coming aboard, racing for a purse tonight, $550, $200 to the race winner, $15 to finish up 12th here tonight. So you got to be in the top 12 to be in the money. You've been out there all night, Rocky. Came up short, but I think you're going to be a guy in the running for the Midwest Simulate, or the Milner Media and Designs Tough Luck Award. The bubble dryer for the shootout will receive a free wrap. I think you got a free wrap maybe coming.
Oh, that's always nice. I won one a couple of weeks ago for the same thing.
Well, there you go.
I think I'd rather be in the race.
I like that right there. Well, let's get after this thing. A 75-lap main event. We'll see if we can't maybe even get some of the tag sponsors and hometowns of these drivers is on the pole tonight in our Voiles Trucking starting lineup. Aboard car number 926 of Mount Holly, North Carolina, of Team Bulletproof JP Designs Hort Transportation Machine. The 926 of Barrett Bishop on the outside. Aboard car number 18 from Beecher, Illinois, the Team Bulletproof TNT Auto Source JP Designs Machine. That is Kyle Surratt. In row number 2, aboard car number 311.
It's going to be Justin Holt.
Justin Holt in the number 311, and the number 73, Screamin' Stephen Moore in row number 3. And I'm going to try to get as much as I can off this sheet. From Burlington, Iowa, aboard the 319, the Heartland Harley-Davidson car. That is David Brewer. Alongside the number 67 is Sawyer Swatek. Out next aboard car number 12. That is Michael Gurnett, and alongside the number 11 is Braden Richards. Blackjack, Brandon Weatherford rolls off next. He's aboard car number 99 alongside the Evil One aboard the DWR Evil One Graphics. Dirt Warrior Racing, number 21 of Jim Revis. The number 86 rolling off next. DFED, Derek Fedkenhauer with the number 02 or 71 on the screen there. The Iceman, Daniel Stifler. Caleb Ramsey rolls off next. He's aboard car number 13. The number 09 is Joshua Ely. Casey Brunson of the number 010 machine with the number 711 of Terry Joyner, making up row number 8. Row 9 will be the number 45. That is Country Travis Montgomery. Brandon Culp in the number 122, rolling off 18th. 19th starter, the Harmon Field Hustler, aboard 28. That is Bailey Hip with the number 00, the Flash, and Michael Whitlock. Then our guys who came from our qualifying races, the Thriller aboard car number 8. That is Tyler Jackson. Got Eric Eichstadt back there in the 12. As we go iRacing, I flag, green flag, Rocky. We're going to roll off into turn number 1, and I am going to fumble through what I got left of the sheet here. We got Justin Pruitt, Josh Peacock, David Blackburn, Danny Garrett, our 24-car field. We'll already reckon them up through turns number 1 and 2. Our first hit of record service caution flag, yellow of the night.
Yeah, it looked like the 67 of Sawyer Swatek was involved in that one.
Oh, Blackbird, Swaytek, those are guys that were up, especially the 67. He started up in the front of the field, and from Ramsey's number 13 involved. Well, this one's got some pretty good cars up there. The 8 involved as well. Tyler Jackson, this one of the consolation rounds. So the good news is, Rocky, this is 75 laps surrounding distance. They're going to have time to gather their ways back up and be able to maybe make their way back up to the field.
Yeah, and I don't know if you noticed, but they did a reset on this track right before the feature, so they got it tacky again. So I think it might get a little racier and start spreading out as the race goes on.
Absolutely right. And looking at third position, I see the pride of White Oak, Texas. The team DTJ, Milner Media and Designs machine, Justin Holt, the number 311 there running in third. Screeve and Stephen Moore, good buddy of ours, aboard car number 73. He is going to restart in position number 4. B-Rich, Braden Richards. We've seen him enough out here in the network to know B-Rich is a guy to play with. He's going to run position number 5, and the evil one, the number 21 of Jim Revis, going to roll off now. He's going to restart 6th here. A good run out of the gate here early on for that 21 car. I was watching him in practice. Jim started 10th. Looks like he's got a really solid piece out there. Is Jim Revis going to be one of the early contenders? Can he win this race this evening?
Jim's one of those guys, he's smart enough that he's not going to try and just jump to the front. He's going to let this race progress, and he's usually got a set that's really good for the slick, and I really, truly expect him to be right there at the front at the end.
All right, as I'm taking a look over here for the first time in a little while, the Facebook Live chat, see Jason Hooker's over here. We see Charlie Milner. Thanks for coming out, Charlie. Justin Turner. As we go back, iRacing, I-flag, green flag back in the air. 4 laps now going on the board, a 75-lap main event. It is Mr. Exciting, Barrett Bishop. He leads the field off of turn number 2. The race already for second. Holt down to the inside of Surratt. They're over in turn 3.
Yeah, we are 3 wide for 4th right now, coming off of 4 with, looks like Richards, Steve-Fed, and Surratt.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a wad right there for 4th on back, and you just look at him as... yeah, we wadded him up again. Yellow flag and a roll back to the racetrack. Head of a record service. Caution flag number 2 finds us on lap number 6, allows Jack Truman to go back to work with another BladeNo.com full velocity instant replay. Really hope you guys are enjoying the great event we got going on out here tonight with the gang from Southern Dirt Racing Series. It's going to be a lot of fun to see these guys. They have a new series coming up here starting about 2 weeks from tonight. So wish these guys well. If all planets align, we'll be back over here in a couple of weeks covering this thing. But yellow flag on the racetrack, and it appears 45 of Travis Montgomery maybe getting a piece of this, or is there more than I'm not seeing?
I was looking back through, and it looked like Ely kind of got into the wall, but nothing that should have brought out a caution. I couldn't find it.
45 was back there. The 61 of Peacock got together. Swaytek and the 67. They all got together as well. So that's the reason under the yellow flag here. Working now lap number 8. Swaytek going to go the end of the longest line. He's going to be the guy pinned with the penalty. So we'll look for a restart here. Maybe a lap or so away. Bishop going to lead over Stephen Moore. Holt, Surratt, Richards going to be your top 5. David Brewer, Michael Grenner, Jim Revis, Derek Fetkenhauer, Brandon Weatherford aboard the number 99. The old Blackjack, that's going to be your current top 10. This time off turn number 4, the lights are going to go out around this awesome half mile. Barberville, Florida, Volusia Speedway Park, and this thing looks great tonight. Street stock racing. My absolute favorite mod out there, Rocky. You know you're a guy who has run these street stocks a long time, got away from it recently. There is no funner car for me to watch all iRacing. I absolutely love these full fender street stocks.
Yeah, I think it's the most even car out there. Good guys, bad. I mean, just anybody can run these things and can be fairly competitive in them. They're a lot of fun.
They really, really are as we work our way off into turn number 3 and 4. The Chevrolet Silverado safety truck is in. We go back iRacing, I-flag, green flag up in the air. Barrett Bishop slams that loud pedal down. He's going to lead the field over to turn number 1 and 2 right away. Screaming Stephen Moore. That number 73 going to take a look to the outside. Here comes Kyle Surratt. He's going to take a look out to the outside of Justin Holt. Richards in the number 11. He's there as well. Look at this race. 2 by 2 by 2. Aren't we back to green? Look at these guys get after it.
It's just a high-speed caution laps, all this is.
Looks like a high-speed run down the highway when you were out there traveling the truck there, Rocky. Is that right? Looks like the old interstate.
Not in my truck, I promise you.
Work off turn number 3 and 4. Oh, I see some pinballs going on back here in turn 3 and 4, and that is going to put us under our third yellow flag of the night, third Hanover Record Service caution flag. Going to bring us out on lap number 12. Did see this thing happen toward the back. It broke real quick, but going to be our third Hanover Record Service yellow flag of the night. Bladeno.com instant replay. And I believe it's going to show, I think it's Terry Joyner over in the corner, the 7-Eleven. And I know we had some help. I saw a couple of cars that saw kind of get all together over there. It was tough to tell where they all kind of were.
Looked like Ely and Brunson kind of got into each other, and then everybody else couldn't quite check up. Joyner looked like he got the worst end of that deal.
He really did. He was stuck up on the wall up there. Some pretty heavy damage to the 7-Eleven. And I don't know, Volusia, a pretty racy track. And I've seen a lot. You know, the majority of the field we have seen race before. I know we've turned a lot of laps on a lot of these fellows over the years. Is it jitters? Do these guys feeling some nerves? Is it the purse money out there? What do you think the reason is? It new drivers that maybe racing with guys that maybe haven't raced laps? Is there a feeling out process going on?
My personal feeling is people are trying to get up as far as they can early and putting their car in some bad spots, and a whole lot of give or a whole lot of take and not a whole lot of give is a problem.
Well, it happens in racing, I guess they would say, and we're giving more than we're going to take here tonight live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. And if you guys haven't done so yet, help us out. Share the link out there tonight. Let everybody know that Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch TV have come to life. How about purchasing some all-new Full Velocity TV swag? You go over to the website there. You can click on the link on the right side of the Facebook link or head over to fullvelocitytv.com. Represent with the great colors. We got all the awesome line of T-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, whatever you could possibly think of. Our buddy and partner in crime, Mr. Stanton, has been busy in the store. No, he's busy on the airwaves right now as well, as we're head-to-head this evening with my partner, but that's never a good thing. But we go back on racing, I flag, green flag, and Barrett Bishop going to lead the field off in turn number 1.
Yeah, Barrett's got him a real good piece under him tonight. Of course, he's got one pretty much any time he runs anywhere. And I'll tell you what, though, Stephen Moore right now, he's running as good as I've seen him run in quite a while.
I'm going to tell you what, over the last couple of months, we follow Steven at DWRL really closely. And I tell you, if there's a guy who has opened my eyes this last season, it has been that number 73 of Stephen Moore. Won a race over the year. He's been up there consistently top 2 or 3, banging on the door every night. That is a guy, I think he's going to be one of those to watch over the course of a 75-lap main event. But right now, off of turn number 4, Barrett Bishop, a guy who has won a lot of races his own right. That's going to be a cool customer up front. He is always tough to pass up there. That's a smooth customer up there. The Mr. Excitement, they coin him.
Yeah, don't look now, but the evil one's up to 5th spot.
Never lurking too far behind is Jim Brevis, number 21. Him and Kyle Surratt. Kyle, a guy we saw hoist 2 championship trophies here one night ago over at DWR for Sunday Shootout. UMP Modifying Series over there is 18. Had a good night running up to the top 5. Revis going to fire back. We see the big Texan Justin Holt breaking away. Then we look back. We see a 3-car race side by side. You got Derek Fedkenhauer over there, Caleb Ramsey, the meat and the sandwich. You got Weatherford, the blackjack number 99 up high. Those guys getting after it. That's racing for about 7th on back, and that's a wad. That's a straight up wad. There ain't nowhere to go.
I'm shocked we're still green, to be honest with you. I mean, we're beating and banging 3 wide, and that's never going to end good.
Oh, they are making it happen over there. It's pretty exciting to watch. I'm going to, tell you honest, I am paying zero attention to what's happening up front, as I did see more looking under Bishop, but now we have a couple of cars turned around, and we're going to slow it down for the 4th time on lap number 20. Yellow, yellow, yellow. 4th Hanover Record Service yellow flag of the night brings us on lap number 20. Let's take a Bladeno.com Full Velocity instant replay, and do I see Terry Joyner again? Do I see Eric Eichstadt turn around over there? I believe I do. Josh Ely also involved in the 09. Brandon Culp in the 122. I also believe Travis Montgomery, the country, the number 45. Cars all at the back of the field over there. I think they kind of all got together, and They said they were going after it. 3-4 wide racing on a half-mile track, slipping and sliding. It was only a matter of time, but shoot, is it fun to watch.
Oh, yeah, it definitely makes for a fun time, and looks like the admins have decided that we're going to go single file the rest of this race.
And I think that's a great idea, and I really think that may, contribute here. So maybe a green flag run ahead, as I think we kind of expected that. I see our buddy Nick Wiley from Blow By Racing out there. Nick, great to see you out there, and we will see the guys at Blow By coming up this Friday night. Looking really forward to that. As a great league we have picked up here for the next couple of months, and hope it's going to be a partnership that lasts a long time. Really like those guys a lot. Think really highly of them, and check those guys out. Blow By Racing. They would love to hear on you as part of the 2019 Fall Jamboree going on, but we get ready to go back to racing next time by with Barrett Bishop leading over Stephen Moore, B. Rich, Jim Revis, and David Brewer, the 319. David has found his way up in the top 5. Kyle Surratt now back to 6th. Justin Holt is 7th. Blackjack in 8th. Derek Fetkenhauer 9th. And Caleb Ramsey's number 13. He's found his way to the top 10. And single file restart, how do you think this changes now as we get back to it here coming to lap number 24?
Well, I think it's going to spread them out just a little bit, and hoping we get a good solid 30 or 40 lap green flag run here. Maybe finish this thing off.
That'd be pretty cool to watch. I'm expecting it too. I think we got a lot of great drivers out there. iRacing, iFlag, green flag going back up in the air. And right as we left it, Barrett Bishop going to lead the field off into turn number 1 and 2. But Stephen Moore has been a guy in a mission here early, as has Jim Revis. Look at that run for the 21. He is now taking it to Braden Richards. They're going to go side by side for 3rd over in 3.
Yeah, Jim is the only one that I've seen really working that bottom and getting a good run off. I've seen him pass about 4 cars right there on the bottom of this track.
He started 10th, and he is making it happen. But Braden gets a run to the top lane now through the middle, maybe taking a peek under Stephen Moore. Looks like he may have taken a line for the 11 away. But, yeah, you said Jim's the only one looking to the bottom. And look, they go back into 3 and 4. He goes right back to the bottom. We look a little bit further back. I believe that's Blackjack, number 99. He's digging down to the bottom as well. So a lot of takers up top, but some of these guys starting to get down to the bottom lane, and it may be beginning to work a little bit.
Yes, tell you somebody else running the bottom back there is Casey Brunson, and
yes,
he's one you better watch out for because he'll be up at the front before you know it.
He does it so quietly too. That's another guy who just came alive here over the last part of the season. Casey, that number 10 car, good buddy of ours from Lott, Texas, Brunson Motorsports Machine. Though he hangs out with a lot of the Bulletproof guys, Peacock, and those guys. They're all buddies, but Casey doing a hell of a job. Is Barrett Bishop. He has been the one on a mission. The pair of Bulletproof cars leading the stink between Bishop and now Stephen Moore running in 1-2. That's going to be great to look in your mirror, see a teammate behind you running there second, because I know a lot of these guys put a ton of time out there practicing and setup-wise. It's always going to feel good when that teamwork and all this testing you all do pays off.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, when you're racing for money, sometimes being a teammate don't mean a whole lot.
Would you wreck a teammate for a cash prize race? I would wreck Todd in a heartbeat. I wouldn't wreck Jack because, I wouldn't do Jack like that. But Todd, I'm sending Todd to the cheap seats.
I would actually pay you money if I could wreck Howard Weaver. I just can't catch him.
Oh. All right. Howard's out there watching somewhere, and I'm not sure if it's Howard or one of the 75 alter egos that guy seems to have, but he's out there watching tonight. That's one for the big monkey right there. Rocky Batfield saying, I'd like to give one out to him. I think a few guys out there would like to give one to Mr. Weaver, but we'll leave that for another day when we see him again. But look at this race for second over in turn number 3 and 4. Braden Richards taking a peek to the bottom of Stephen Moore. He threw it in there deep, and Richards may be making that car stick down on 1 and 2. That thing looks to be hooked up down there.
Yeah, that bottom's starting to come in a little bit. Looks like in 1 and 2, he's kind of running a little bit of slider line, but 3 and 4, he's really sticking down at the bottom.
And I was going to say, Kyle Surratt making some waves to the bottom as well, as he's just made around David Brewer for the 5th spot. But we slow it back down for the 5th time on lap 31. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Head of a record service caution flag number 5 on lap number 31. Put Jack back to work down there with a BladeNo.com instant replay. Oh, we have our first selfie of the night. Say cheese. It's Brandon Culp aboard the 122. Selfie. Brandon wanted a little bit of TV time, but not the way I think you kind of want to get some.
Yeah, going into turn 1 there's a little berm that builds up that you really kind of use to launch yourself down in the corner, and it looked like it launched his rear end out from under him.
Well, the pride of Hershey, Pennsylvania right there, Brandon Culp going around to the 122. He'll regroup. He got hit by the 45 on Travis Montgomery. So those two drivers having a little bit of issues. He goes around. Unfortunately, I can report the 7-11 of Terry Joyner. I saw his car roll to the pit area. Looks like Terry going to call it a night there. So tough break for a guy. He watches us almost every night we're out there. Terry Joyner going to go behind the wall. He'll finish up 26th in a very loaded field out here tonight. It stinks somebody has to be that guy to finish up last, but Terry Joyner, he's going to be the guy.
Yeah, the way I look at it, he finished last in the A. I finished one spot out in the B. I'd rather have his spot.
I'm sure you would. And I'm looking right now just for comers and goers in this race, and I look and I see, I think the big charger right now maybe from 15th up to 8th, and that 8th spot goes to car number 010 of Casey Brunson. He's in line right now to win the Hard Charger Award. If we're going to hand it out here a little this evening, and I go back here once again to the sheet and once again thank way up here Miller Media and Design, a Tough Luck. Oh, that's Tough Luck Award. This one above I want the Midwest Simulations Hard Charger Award. Right now Casey Brunson is the guy I think that would lead that, but we're not quite halfway home here. 34 laps of 75. We go back to racing. And Barrett Bishop, he has led the entire race so far, that 926, but we know Stephen Moore is good. We know Richard is good. Revis is good. And how about Kyle Surratt? We know that guy's fast. He's to the inside of Revis now over in 3 and 4.
Yeah, well, we got a good 3-wide battle for third right now. Richards, he's one of those guys. I don't see him a whole lot, but every time I see him, he's towards the front of the pack.
He's one of those guys, a team elite driver with Austin Minor, so we know really well as well. So, yeah, we know that team's got a lot of speed. No surprise at all to see Braden Richards up in the top 3. Is there still 3 deep in turn number 3 and 4? That is for the 3rd spot. Revis in the middle. Look down low, you got Kyle Surratt there. You look right behind them, you see David Brewer. Here comes Casey Brunson now. Casey making his way forward. He's up to 7th, and he just continues to keep coming and coming. I don't think you can keep that guy down, I'm telling you.
Oh no, he's running that bottom for all it's worth right now, and with this track, you're going to see that bottom come back in really well here in about probably another 5 or 10 laps.
I'm assuming you're right. I'm expecting it myself as I'm just kind of taking a peek around, getting a landscape of things. Looks like up front for the time being, I guess if anything is tame on a dirt track, it looks tame up in the top 5, but you look back there for about 6th on back, you see stuff outside the top 10. I'm seeing a race back here going on. I see Caleb Ramsey back here, the Iceman Daniel Stifler, Bailey Hitt, Michael Gurnett, Michael Whitlock. That's racing for 12th on back. That is anything but tame back there. 2 and 3 wide. Awesome racing going on all over this joint.
Oh, yeah, that looks like the traffic I see in L.A., except for they're going a little faster.
Well, from what I understand in L.A., they're going a heck of a lot faster than what I understand they do out there.
Yeah, it's hurry up and wait when you get out there, I promise you.
I've never been, and I don't think with that situation I would like to do that. I did that in Hartford the other day where I'm at, and that's 3,000 miles away. There was a parking lot there as well as that city absolutely sucks. That's why I lost an NHL team, because that city sucks to get in and out of. But hey, I'll leave that again for another time in a conversation. As we look back over here, Bishop still continuing to lead over Stephen Moore. Look down, Jim Revis at number 21. He's still working over that bottom side, lurking. You got Braden Richards in the 11. So he has dropped back a little bit off the pace as Kyle. That's Richard on the bottom. He's the 11 car. There he is. He was down low, disappeared out of view on me, but he's in the 3rd spot. Revis and Surratt racing for 4th, but we're going to slow it back down again for the 6th time as we just get to the halfway mark. 6:10 of a record service, yellow flag of the night. And I look around the racetrack, and I don't think I found it quite yet, but we're under yellow. We're going to slow it down, and Jack's already found it. He's got a BladeNo.com, instant replay, ready to rock and roll. And I'm going to guess the 12 of Michael Gurnett gets together with Josh Peacock of the 61. The Carolina Outlaw, them two have a little disagreement. Gurnett goes around, and it looks like he is going to go to the end of the longest line. So tough break. Is Pruitt got a piece as well?
Yeah,
and
he got a little loose going in, and it looked like Ealing might have tapped him a little bit and helped finish him off there. And then Peacock was there, and I think Eichstadt even come in late and got a piece of that.
Voodoo Child. Eric Eichstadt aboard that number 12, and I'll never get used to that. I'm going to hold him to it. That guy is going to have to win a race before he gets that nickname of Electric Eric. We'll keep that at DWR, but just for tonight, Eric. Don't get any ideas. And Mindy, don't I know we've had our disagreements here recently, but we've sweared to it. Todd's going to hold him to it. Blame Todd, not me. I'll call him the Voodoo Child all night long, but we held to it, Rocky. He's got to win a race to get rid of that nickname. I don't care if it's tonight. I don't care if it's DWR. I don't care if it's on a Friday night. Eric's going to win a race to get rid of that nickname, and it's going to happen right here on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
Yeah, I don't think there's nothing he wants more than to win a race, and it has nothing to do with his nickname.
That's right. I'll agree with that as well. As I don't care. I don't want to see you win races offline. I know some guy out there that goes around the big dog, a dog pound. Winning races offline don't count. If you're racing against AI cars, no. That's like horseshoes, hand grenades kind of thing. Don't work. I'm going to do it on here. Eric Eichstadt, he's going to pick one up one day. Barrett Bishop is a guy who's looking to pick one up here tonight. 45 laps in the iRacing flag. Green flag returns to the air. He has been out front all night long. Stephen Moore has been really good, but so that's a pair of teammates, and Barrett is a cool customer. He's going to lead the field. Single file restart, and they're all strung out over in turn 3.
Yeah, Barrett's doing a real good job on these restarts. He's making people wait, and they're getting antsy, and once they get antsy and they'll hit the brakes, he'll take off, and he's been getting real good starts tonight.
Really has, and away by 3 car lengths off the back straightaway into turn number 3. Braden Richards, another guy who has just been solid all night long. The 11 running in the 3rd spot. Revis in there 4th. Surratt back for 5th. And this is where it gets interesting. 6th position on back. I know we keep calling his name, but he's just making this thing interesting. Blackjack's with the 99, but here comes Brunson. You got Fedkenhauer there. Who can hold D-Fed back there long enough? He's up to 8th, and he has followed Casey up through his field, I'm telling you.
Yeah, we're coming in on 25 laps to go here, and this track's really getting to where, if you look out, they're spread out all over the place. And, right now is where the setups are really gonna kick in and start working, and see who's got the best setup out here, along with being able to drive it.
Absolutely right, and we look at right now at the single file restart. I think that was a really key thing for guys like Barrett. We know he's in a good setup underneath him, but letting these things get all strung out, having make everybody wait in the line to maybe attack there down to the first corner. We know those guys have a good setup underneath them, but it's going to be these guys like Fedkenhauer, I'm telling you, David Brewer back here, Casey Brunson, all these guys back here trying to make their way forward. As you said, not only setups coming in, I think this is where you see the skill of how good these guys really, really are to make ways to the field the way they are.
Yeah, and talking about Fedkenhauer, last time we ran here on a track that got slick like that, his setup really come in right here at the end, and it was a 60-lap race, so I really expect him to start moving forward here soon.
Really do, and as we work over in 3 and 4, Bishop leading by 3 car lengths there over Stephen Moore. You look back to 3rd where we find Braden Richards. Jim Revis been a little bit quiet here these last 25 laps. And number 21, he just keeps going down to that low side, but right now it looks like it's kind of gone away down there. What we saw him making time down there before, it looks like that shiny surface on the racetrack. It's all down there, down low. It looks a little bit more used up than that outside lane looks at this part.
Yeah, I think right now it's not that it's gone away as much as they've evened out. And if you notice, he's not really losing any time down there, but he's not picking any up either.
Oh, and I was going to say the 99 of Blackjack has made his way up there too, Brandon Weatherford. But we're going to go back to yellow flag here, 7th one of the night, lap number 53, head of a record surface yellow flag on the speedway. And it looks like this may have Josh Ely, the number 09. We've called Josh's name tonight, and he gets into the back. Oh, was it Fedkenhauer? He turned around over there?
That was Stifler.
Stifler. 71 of Stifler, the Iceman going around. So tough break over there is 2 guys that were really getting after it. They were having really good runs, and Pruitt also into the mix of that one as well. So Pruitt, he's kind of in a pinball as well, but Pruitt's he's still out there. He's still running 15th, so he's had to come through the field as well. But, God, I keep saying it. It is tough sledding all over the place. We got 20 laps to go, and I look now, and who do you think that may have potential to maybe come from the back part of the top 10 to maybe steal a win in this thing, you think?
Oh, you got Casey Brunson, and I tell you, if I was going to pick anyone from back there right now, it'd be Fedkenauer, because I know he really gets better as the race goes on.
I think that's a good pick. I like the 99 Blackjack. I saw the way that car was starting to come through the field. He was starting to, put a little distance between himself and between Brunson and Fedkenauer, which we know that's usually not an easy thing to do. The Blackjack machine looks really, really good, and I'll go on a limb and I'll say I think Brandon's got a good piece, and he may be a guy that we may see up here. If not Victory Lane, I think the Pride of Paducah, Kentucky has a really good shot to put that thing on the podium.
Well, I think anybody out here, their main objective is to have you interview them. Money has nothing to do with it anymore. They just want to be interviewed by Phil.
No. Interview, I'm a nobody, they tell me. I don't know, Rocky. I don't know if I can go with you on that one. I'm always told.
I'm trying to get a pay raise. Hang on a second.
All right, well, we'll work on that. I know Todd's probably in the air as well, but we're going to go back. Race the guy flag, green flag up in the air. On lap number 57, Barrett Bishop going to lead over Stephen Moore, Braden Richards, Jim Revis there in the fifth spot. No, that's Kyle Surratt in the fifth spot. I think I need a drink here again. We work off 3 and 4 now. 57 laps going up complete. Bishop's driven away, but look at this run for second. Stephen Moore, he's got his hands full now because Richards had run him down, and Kyle Surratt, the 18, he's made a waves. He's to the low side of Revis off in turn 3.
Yeah, I think Richards might be just a little bit faster than Moore right now, but again, it's one of those things to be faster. It's a whole different thing to get around them.
Absolutely right. Is my partner in crime, Todd Stanton, popping into the conversation. Todd, I know you've been busy this evening as well. How you doing, partner? We're seeing a hell of a race out here for the Sunday, the Southern Shootout 75 here at Volusia. It's been an awesome event.
It looks like it's been an awesome event from what I've been able to catch of it there, Phil. Still just got done with the Dirt Slinging Outlaws Pro Late Model. It's going to go to the Supers here in just a little bit here. I'm going to say about 10 minutes. Going to go back to live action. So hopefully we'll see you over there. Maybe you'll pop in and make a cameo too.
I will try to make a cameo after this one for sure, as we're off at turn number 3 and 4, down under 15 laps remaining at the Volusia Speedway Park. Barrett Bishop leading over Stephen Moore. Braden Richards there in the third spot, and now Jim Revis able to make his way back around Kyle Surratt, and right back where he's been, Rocky, all night long to the low side. Can he make a late race run? Is that low side going to come back in? Can Jim Revis pull off a third place finish here this evening?
Well, I promise you, if there's anybody that can make it work, it's Jim. I mean, he's definitely one of the better street stock guys out there, and you get him in an open set, and there's no telling what he can do.
You got that right, and Surratt was going to make a bid down to the low side. Now look at this little wad behind him there. Blackjack Weatherford's back there, the number 99. You got Fedkenauer and Brunson side by side. David Brewer on the outside looking in. Caleb Ramsey running those guys down to number 13. That is a really good group of race cars back there running 6th through 10th. But is anybody, if anything, for Barrett Bishop? He can't possibly lead all 75 laps of this thing, can he?
Oh, I guarantee you Barrett can. Last lap, it looked like Braden Richard got in the wall pretty good going into 3, so we'll see if his car goes away from that or not.
I'll tell you what, if Jim didn't touch the back end of that car that time through 3 and 4 and scare the Dickens there out of Braden, he was pretty, you can see the grin coming out the front there of that car. He had that thing sailed in. He had the 11 car, I don't think touched, but I'll guarantee you, if Braden didn't get hit, he felt them.
Looks like we're under yellow once again.
Oh, we are. Yellow flag back on the speedway now on lap number 65, and Jack got a little excited here, so I think we may have our very first TDR Racing Turtle of the night here at the Volusia Speedway Park, and I'm going to take the guess between 16 of David Blackberg is our Turtle. Ah, man. David, one of our big supporters usually on Facebook Live, the number 16, him and Michael Whitlock got together. I think Stifler also involved as well. Pruitt I see back there. I don't think he was involved, but we have our first Turtle tonight. You've been on the wrong end of us enough, Rocky. Upside down is not the place to be.
Yeah, usually when it's me upside down, though, you guys are having a good laugh at my expense.
That's true, but it's because you're a brother, man. We wouldn't love on you. We love you, brother.
That's what I always tell my friends. If I'm not picking on you, it means I don't like you very much.
That is exactly right. And This guy here, one of the best, and I love having this guy up in the booth with us, the big monkey, as we call him out there, the ice fighter, Mr. Rocky Backfield, with us here this evening. Really glad as he was a guy. You had every intention for guys joining in late to be out there racing in this 75 lap main event. Finished fourth in his B main, was the first car on the outside looking in, and the guy says on a night you're racing for money, you weren't paying attention to where that transfer spot was. You may have tried a little bit harder. I know you. You would have rather been up here with me. You know, you like talking to me. You like talking to us, I guess.
Oh, you guys are my favorite in the game, but I'd much rather be out there giving Barrett all I could.
Well, we appreciate you calling us your favorite in the game, and if we're your favorites out there, please let us know. And if we're not broadcasting your league already, we'll get a hold of us through Full Velocity Racing Network Facebook, and let's see if we can't bring the action to your fantastic league as well as we go back to it. iRacing, iFlag, green flag up in the air. Barrett Bishop, as he has been all night long, leading Stephen Moore, but we're going to get after it back here for the third spot. Revis taking a shot under Richards. He gets loose. Surratt into the mix. Here comes Blackjack, the number 99. He's going to look to the low side of Surratt. That's a guy right there. I think if somebody's got a chance at the top three, that 99, man, he has really run some good laps. That car is solid, consistent, and he is taking it to one of the best right now with Kyle Surratt off turn 2.
Yeah, I think Revis might have found him something right through the middle of 1 and 2. Really looks to be gaining a little time on Richards right there.
And the car really rotates a little bit weird. You can see the body kind of squat, the right rear tire really kick out. That's something we usually don't see. When I see a car really weirdly shaped like that, it usually means something is really hooked up in the racetrack where it really takes off. And you say Jim found something there, but I think Brady may have found that same thing because the 11 up high, he may have found something to take the Stephen Moore this time off of turn number 4.
Yeah, he's running the extreme high line right now, and I think there's just enough cushion up there. He's really getting a good run going down the straightaways.
Well, he really is, but Revis going to take one more shot down to the low side as we're 5 laps to go in this one. Now working lap number 71, where Barrett Bishop has been the talk of the town here tonight. Mr. Excitement leading the field off of turn number 4. Stephen Moore there in that second spot. And then this race back here for third on back, Braden Richards, Jim Revis, Kyle Surratt, a good one. Now look at back a little bit further back, Casey Brunson. You got Blackjack back there, Derek Fedgenauer. That's another really good 3 drivers back there. But the racing, that's for 6th on back. And you would think they're racing for the win.
Fed just got the wall. He got together with a 99 car, and looked like Brewer kind of got into him.
Oh, man.
No,
Revis around in turn 2. Oh, no. Something
Revis
definitely would happen.
He's still wrecking.
Oh, no. Jim Revis had his night just go completely upside down in a hurry. Him and Kyle Surratt. We saw Derek Fedgenauer off the outside wall. So Jack is going to have his hands full here because he may have 2 different BladeNote.com full velocity is the replays to show. Is the first one was over in turn number 4 where Fedgenauer just kind of got sent up the hill, I believe that was off the 99 of Blackjack. And then we looked out over here in turn number 1 and 2 where Jim Revis was kind of around, and I believe him in the 18. By the way it looks, I'm not sure if Jim maybe got loose. He was running that slider line through the corner. Not sure if it over-rotated. It really checked up Kyle, or if Kyle got in there too hot. What did you see?
Yeah, looked like going in, 18 just kind of got in a little hot and spun him around. Yeah, and then Jim just couldn't get it straight, and I think he ended up getting hit by every car on the track after that.
Oh, man, the pinball was the evil one. And fellas, that's the evil one. You don't want to bounce off that guy. There's a tough character back there. But Jim Revis, unfortunately, from 3rd, now back to 17th. So that is a free fall that we didn't want to see. But look at how the race up front here has changed now. You got Bishop, Moore, and Richards. That's been your top 3. Pretty solid all night. Look who has found his way from 15th up to 4th. That is Casey Brunson. He has got Blackjack behind Caleb Ramsey now. Caleb Ramsey becomes a player there in the 13. He runs 6th with David Brewer. Justin Holt now running in the 8th spot. Bailey Hipp, and now Eric Eichstadt in the 12th car. Eric has found himself a place up in the top 10.
Yeah, and looks like we are going to get one shot at a green-white checker right here.
Yeah, overtime to settle this one tonight. Southern Shootout 75 presented by Heartland Harley Davidson. And You know what better way to settle it? One chance at a green-white checker. Let's see who's it going to be this time. iRacing I-Flag, green flag for the final restart of the night. Takes us to turns number 1 and 2. Bear Bishop versus Stephen Moore. Brady and Richard with Derek. Casey Brunson restarted 4th. Yellow flags on the speedway. That's the only attempt. This is going to be a race back to the line for the win. Bishop drives it deep into 3 and 4. Here comes Stephen Moore. Looks like off the corner, Barrett Bishop. He is going to take the white flag. He looks like he's going to be the first one back. He's going to take down the win of the Southern Shootout 75.
Yeah, Barrett ran an unbelievably great race there. I mean, he's got a great setup here. Plus, he's probably one of the top 5 or 10 drivers in the game. And congratulations to Barrett on a good win tonight.
Absolutely right, Mr. Excitement. I think he's going to be one lap away here. I don't think we've actually got the checkered flag out there in the field yet. I believe they came back to the white and the yellow. So here he is off of turn number 4. $200 cash prize. Going to go to the driver of the 926 Bulletproof Motorsports. Barrett Bishop taking down the win. Stephen Moore going to finish up second here this evening. Third going to go to Casey Brunson. It's going to be Brady Richards. He'll fall back to 4th. Blackjack getting a top 5. Caleb Ramsey for 6th. David Brewer 7th. Justin Holt 8th. Bailey Hip 9th. Eric Eichstat will finish 10th. It is Tyler Jackson Thriller, number 8. He'll finish up 11th. Josh Ely 12th. Country, that is Travis Montgomery. He gets 13th. Daniel Stifler finishing 14th, and Jim Revis, he gets a 15th place out of that one. Don't think he got the finish he deserved for sure. Michael Grenert finishes 16th with Josh Peacock, Michael Whitlock, Justin Pruitt, Sawyer Swiatek running out our top 20. And then to round out the field will be Derek Fedgenhauer, Kyle Surratt, Dandy Dan Guerin, David Blackberg, Brandon Culp, and Terry Joyner. That was our 26-car field here tonight. The Southern Shootout 75 goes to Barrett Bishop. We will talk to him. We'll hand out some awards. It's going to be a good time over in the Southern Dirt Racing Series Discord. Give us about 60 seconds. We'll be back here live on your source for esports racing. BlakeNote.com post-race show is coming up next. All right, back here live, and it is going to be a crowded house here at BladeNote.com full velocity post-race show. The Southern Shootout 75 goes to Barrett Bishop tonight, number 926. Stephen Moore for second. In our first guest, good buddy aboard the number 010, Brunson Motorsports Machine, Casey Brunson. Casey, man, a solid run for you, 15th to 3rd, a couple of laps short, but God, what a good one for you, man. Tell us about that drive through the field.
It started with, drawing the worst number you possibly could for the heat races and just coming up through that and getting third and just coming up through the features. This couple cautions, so you just got to be really patient. Just let everybody crash out and pick off a couple people all the way through the feature.
Well, maybe Rocky could have studied that method out there tonight. He's a guy who gave up on a spot a little bit too soon, but man, I tell you what, Casey, it was tough sledding out here tonight. 45 really good drivers on an awesome night. You said you had to come through qualifying through the heats, through the B mains. I mean, How much fun was this? How challenging was this thing to be a part of? This thing looked to be so awesome, but it was so competitive.
Oh yeah, I thankfully didn't have to do a B main, but it was really fun. I contributed $50 to Mr. Barrett Bishop there for winning the race. Then I tried to do a 100 lap or $100 front row challenge for the top two go to the back, but they didn't want to do it.
Oh man, well that's throwing it out there for these guys, but nobody taking that challenge up. But hey, buddy, I gotta thank you for all of us over here at Full Velocity Southern Dirt Racing Series, all the gang that all the great sponsors put this thing together. Thank you so much for coming on to be a sponsor in an event like this. This is a cool event, man. What show the attraction of this thing to come out. All you guys coming out being a part of this, the street stocks, Volusia. It don't get better than this, man. I tell you what.
Oh yeah, I like to thank y'all for broadcasting this. Can't wait to watch this after.
It's going to be fun. Well, Casey, I know we do this enough over at DWR, but I'm going to give you the mic one more time. The floor is all yours there, brother. Thank you. I'd like to thank out there.
I'll do my routine, the same thing I say every time I join this. So I like to thank Axtat Raps. Well, I really can't see WR because we're not in DWR, but y'all for broadcasting.
All right. Well, there you have it, folks. The third place finisher tonight, the 0-10, is Casey Brunson. I'm going to bounce over here and do something I normally go to. I got a couple of guests down here. First, we'll talk to our fourth place finisher here tonight aboard the number 11 from Team Elite, Mr. Braden Richards. Braden, terrific run for you, man. You were up there in the top three all night long, got shuffled out in that final restart, going into overtime. Tell us about that sledding out there tonight, man. That was fun.
Yeah, I caught a couple breaks right at the beginning there, and got up to third. Was running with Stephen Moore there for a little while, and then car kind of fell off. And if I hit the top just right, I get some momentum after like 5 laps. And I got in the back of Stephen there, and Jim checked up. I feel bad about that deal. And then Casey got by me the last couple laps or last lap. So.
Well, I got to tell you what, man, you've had a really good, solid run in this car all night long. A great event, man. It was a lot of fun for us to cover. I'll give you the mic one more time there, bud. Fourth place finish here tonight. Thank you. We got to thank out there for.
I think my guys at Team Elite Racing, they're in there spotting me and making sure I'm clear and giving me all the advice I need. And you guys for broadcasting, and Jacob for putting this race on.
Absolutely right. Got to thank those guys enough as I turn around here and I bump into. This is Brandon Weatherford down here, the old blackjack aboard car number 99, man. First time out here in the Full Velocity Racing Network, brother. Terrific run for you. Tell us about your car. I mean, it was fun to watch. You were a guy that really caught my eye. Had my pick to get in the top three. A little bit short, but a good top five effort, man. Tell us about your.
Yeah, we had a fast car, even going through practice and qualifying, and we just as slicker it got, we kind of started having issues. Started pushing a little bit on the right front. I do want to reach out to Derek. He showed me a lot of love there. I checked up a little bit and sent him around. I do apologize for that on Derek, but we was fast, and we'll definitely do it again. It was fun. I got a shout out to Cooper Race Engines, Blackjack. They've helped me a lot, put us a good setup underneath me, and Divergent Duck Calls. Appreciate you guys as well.
All right, well, we totally appreciate that. This is Brandon Weatherford, the Blackjack aboard car. We'll take the customarily walk down here now, as I didn't mean to leave this guy out, but this is our buddy Stephen Moore aboard the number 73. Stephen, a terrific run for you here tonight. You look up in front, you get a teammate ahead. What more could you have done to throw at Barrett, man? That car was hooked up, but you had a hell of a piece as well, man. Tell us about.
Yeah, I knew I had to get up there quick and early. I started pretty good, second row there outside, and got up next to Barrett on a couple of those restarts, and was trying to get in front of him before we went single file, but after that, he was just kind of getting me on the restarts, and I want to say great win, Barrett. Congrats.
He had a hell of a run, man, but you certainly did as well, brother. Racetrack was in really terrific shape here tonight. Ran low. It ran high for a while. It was more in the middle. Where did your car like to be all night long? You were up front, so we didn't really get to see you experiment too much with lines, but where did your car like
it? Either way, but I try to have it set up for the bottom for the slick there towards the end. I figured, with 75 laps with this many cars, it gets slicked out pretty quick, and I just wanted to be able to run kind of wherever, and that bottom worked.
Well, Steven, the pride of Winfield, Illinois, man, aboard this Bulletproof Motorsports car number 73. I will give you the mic one more time here live on Full Velocity as usual. Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. I'll give you it again. Thank all the great people and sponsors you got out there for watching.
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank Jacob for putting up the race and everything. Got to thank you guys for all you guys do over at the broadcast at Full Velocity. Definitely got to thank all my teammates over at Bulletproof Motorsports. Definitely got to congrats Barrett on the win and Casey on the third place. And also got to give a shout out to my sponsors, Tech Weld and Raise Electronics, and Josh Peacock at JP Designs for the rep. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right, well, there you have it, folks. Trackside, second place finisher tonight aboard car number 73, Screaming Stephen Moore. That will be second. So we will take a run down here to Bladeno.com, Victory Lane, where we find the driver of car number 926. Tonight's big winner going flag to flag, Barrett Bishop. Barrett, man, on a night where we saw so many competitive race car drivers, you go coast to coast lead all the laps, bud. That car looked like a dream to handle, man. Tell us all about it. Now we'll try one more time. Barrett Bishop, my friend, you get a copy, brother.
Looks like he's having some issues with his Discord, right?
Yeah, I see unmuting headphones, and we'll let him try to get it all figured out. But Barrett, one more time, man, you got a copy on us? Can you talk? I'm going to tell you what, we'll see if we can't get him squared away. Try again. I think I've seen you.
Yeah.
Hey, there he is. Congratulations, man. Terrific run of that car tonight. Looked absolutely flawless. That's going to be such a joy to drive a piece like
Yeah, it was pretty good. I wasn't sure what to do to it. I really know how the track was going to be, but whatever we put to it, it worked out.
Well, it definitely did. You put a good time out there in qualifying. You practice. You go out there. You win your heat race. You start this thing from the pole, and I don't think you experienced what we had to go through here tonight with the racing as hard as they were in the back, racing for transfer spots. You were a guy out there. They call you Mr. Excitement, but it feels like a Sunday drive and a Monday night. How do you feel after a race like that? Are you glad you weren't back there in that muck, or are you mad? You're sad you weren't back there racing around these guys? I mean, your car was full.
I don't know. I picked up $200 and put it down. I'm happy about that.
I like it. That is a smart guy right there. Take the money and run. Terrific run for you, man. Awesome job as always. Mr. Excitement, Barrett Bishop. Tonight's big winner walks away with the cash prize for the winnings. I'll give you the mic one more time. Thank you, like to thank out there, brother. Terrific.
Yeah, I got to thank my teammates at Bulletproof Motorsports, JP Designs, Hawk Trips Transportation, and Jake for putting this on. Y'all for broadcasting.
Our pleasure. This is a lot of fun to do. So there you have it, trackside. Big winner tonight aboard the number 926. That is Barrett Bishop and Rocky. This was a tremendous night. Barrett takes down the win. What an awesome event. I hope these guys do an event like this here soon because this was a joy to cover, and I really hope to come back, and I'm sure you do.
Yeah, they had a great event tonight. The track looked like it was in immaculate shape. Looked like you could run all over the place, and that come up. That Barrett Bishop, he could run in the slick and attack you. It didn't matter. I mean, he was just bad fast, and Wynn couldn't go to a better.
Certainly couldn't. This was a fun group, and got to thank Jacob for putting this on, and Eric for his help, and got to thank, of course, Tubbs, Charlie Milner. He was up here doing some commentary with us. Got to thank Rocky for being aboard. Got to thank the great sponsors that made this event possible here tonight. Milner Media and Designs, Heartland Harley Davidson, the presenting sponsor, of course. Brunson Motorsports, Midwest Simulations. I saw Jacob Lassiter has jumped in. Yourself. Thank you so much for having us out here this evening. This event was so much fun to cover. I know you were out there in the race car, but man, this was awesome, man. Congratulations on such a great.
You cut off just a little bit there, Phil. Yeah, I appreciate everybody that come on board to make this possible, and all the guys that come in here and put on a heck of a show.
All right, so I got one more question for you, my friend, and I'm looking down here through the awards here tonight. The Hard Charger and the Tough Luck Award. Who picked up? I believe I looked back here through, and I'm trying to find, and I believe it was.
I believe
here.
Casey
Eric,
got the Hard Charger, didn't he?
Yeah,
50. Casey Brunson, 15th to 12th, or 15th to 3rd. Yep.
Yes, we had two guys transfer the same amount of spots. We're gonna go with the highest finisher, which would be Casey.
All right, so there we have it. Our Hard Charger Award presented by Midwest Simulations. Thank those guys enough. And also, our buddy Tubbs, Charlie Milner, he put out there the Tough Luck Award by Milner Media and Designs. Was there one Tough Luck Award? Was there two Tough Luck Awards? I mean, I know I got my partner here. I think he may be in the running to get.
I'm gonna talk to Charlie about it and make sure, because we had two B mains, and I want to make sure that he wants, if he's gonna give it to the second B main, the first guy out, which would have been Zachary DeLong, or if he wants to give it to both guys, both B mains, first guy out. So I'm gonna talk to Charlie about that, and then I'll get back to everybody and let everybody know.
Well, Jacob, I was going to say on my end, if he just wants to give one out and you want it to go to Zach, that's perfectly fine with me. He probably had a little tougher luck tonight.
All right, Rocky. Yeah, that's fine. Appreciate that, and yeah, I'll get with Charlie, and then he'll hook him up with an awesome rap.
Well, once again, Jacob, I appreciate you guys letting us come on. And if any luck has it, we'll hopefully see you guys over here at Southern Dirt Racing Series again really soon. We have a big series coming up. If you want to advertise that out there to these guys, tell us all the happenings going on.
Yeah, starting next Monday, we'll have an 8-week points championship, and I'm in works with a sponsor on possibly getting you guys to broadcast for us. But we got a lot of big things coming, and hopefully we may have some more money races towards the end of the year.
Awesome. I love that right there. And I know Eric is coming to the conversation as well. Eric, you have anything to add for us?
No, I just I was happy everybody had a good race and raced fairly clean. It's hard to do that when you get so many cars, but it was a pretty good race. Everybody's pretty good sportsmanship about it, and just like it's fun when you got a good group of guys to do this with.
Absolutely right. And I'm glad you guys are good sports tonight as well, because I'm going to tell you what, probably one of the more challenging shows I've ever had to do. You put 45 good cars out there tonight like tonight, and we throw the nicknames out there. I know that wasn't an intentional thing. I'm not sure what happened in iRacing there, but I've done a million of these races. It feels like I've never been on my toes like I have been tonight, trying to get these guys, all figured out. The great job you guys did giving me all the information, Jacob. Awesome job. Thank you again. I hope I did this one well for you. We certainly tried our butts off.
You did a great job, man, and we appreciate you coming on board. And yeah, that was a little glitch on iRacing's part. That'll be fixed next go around.
Man, I'll tell you what, it was quite a challenge, a lot of fun. Thank these guys once again over here. Southern Dirt Racing Series, a tremendous event. Got to thank Heartland Harley Davidson again. Milner Media Designs, Brunson Motorsports, Midwest Simulations. Of course, got to thank our great sponsors, too, of course. Got to thank Hanover Record Service, iRacing, iFlag, Voiles Trucking, CCM Designs. Got to thank Bladeno.com, South Texas Speedway, Montstar Productions, TDR Racing League, Hard Motorsports, Trash Panda Graphics, Evil One Graphics, Eichstadt Wraps, and Full Throttle with a Gent. Make sure I got them all in there. For Jack Truman, Rocky Battenfield, Charlie Miller joining us here tonight, Todd Stanton, Rod Piles, Martin Karch, the entire cast of characters. Somebody at the Full Velocity Racing Network. Phil Acasio, we're going to sign off. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. A terrific show. We'll see you back here live tomorrow night over at the Hobo Racing League. We go back to NR 2003 tomorrow. We'll be there at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Auto Club Speedway. So for all these guys, we'll sign off here. Have a great night, everybody, and thank you so much again for watching.